go, 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 shorty. It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday. You'll find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X, I'm into taking drugs. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, if you're into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X, I'm into taking drugs. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, if you're into getting rough. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's 29s in the club. Niggas heard I fuck with Dre, now they wanna show me love. When you sell like Eminem and the O's, they wanna fuck. But homie, ain't nothing changed, hold down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cut, they nigga roll that weed up. If you watch how I move, you mistake before I play up here. Been hit with a few shells, but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, the niggas will tell you I'm loco. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind. Got a meal out the deal and I'm still in the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they buy and they ready to go. I'm in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X, if you into taking drugs. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug, if you into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Look, mommy, I got the X.
Well, what's up? How is everybody doing? How your mom and them? Today is Monday, October 3rd, 2022, and you are online with Rodney Guy. Anybody notice the surge in temperature? Well, sorry, the drop. That surge. I mean, it's cold as a motherfucker out there. Now, I don't know about where you are at this current moment, but as far as New York, it's raining, drizzling. Still, it's like 51 degrees outside. You see how I'm dressed, huh? Okay. So I finally got this right. I got this vanilla caramel creamer with this French vanilla. The French vanilla is by Community, and the creamer is by Coffee Mate. Though I still want to get that Rice Krispie back. So how was your weekend? Okay, got some things to put out here today, but this weekend, my weekend, it started kind of funny. Started off really good, then it kind of went a little funny, and then it got good again, and it was just ups and downs. I got my hair done today. The guy who lives in my building, Dewan, he put a few things together for a brother. Had me feeling myself, which as in I should. First time I really let someone in my hair, besides Boog, in so many years. Yeah, took a while, but now definitely want to say happy birthday to all of the birthdays who are out there. I kind of put a little something structured to say today, and in between and out of things. As we're approaching another week, we have another chance to do better than we did last week, to do something for someone of no edification of self, to increase our good deeds, with our Creator. Because, we all do all kind of shit periodically and throughout life. No one is perfect. No one is an angel. But we can strive for perfection, right? So, in that sense, you have the chance to do something for someone. Not even if, not someone that you know. This would be someone that you just randomly see. Even if they drop $1 and you point out that dollar and you help them secure their money. That may be their last dollar. You never know. But it's all according to what you believe. There's so many different things to believe out there. Sometimes you don't know what to believe anymore. It's not a question of faith, but so many different things have so much a repertoire of strong facts supporting it that you be like, huh? Think about that. Have you gone to Google, right? Okay. So, you know, okay, big news, so to say, trying to get back into current events, which is something that I so greatly was involved in prior to, these life changing events that I've experienced. But the Supreme Court begins a new term, right? So they have things like affirmative action, uh, voting rights, and immigration on there. Now, I'm trying to see what they have to say about voting rights. All you have to do is be the age of 18 years of age and a United States citizen. Now, unless they're going to make it to where they allow people who aren't United States citizens vote as well. But what else needs to be changed? You have these states doing all kind of tricky stuff and to where not everyone can vote. I'm like, where they do that at? I thought this was taken care of like 40, 50 years ago. So I'm trying to see how this is going to go because this is going in front of the Supreme Court. So, and I was looking at, well, who's on the Supreme Court? So there is, John Roberts, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Ketanji Brown. Now, as I just read those names, oops, can you hear me? Oops. As I just read those names of the Supreme Court justices, the Honorable Supreme Court justices, let me bring to the fact that there are 3 elected by former President Donald Trump. 3. I didn't know that. Damn, he got in. He got in, right? 3, of course, were also how many? No, that was only 2. President Obama only was able to nominate the 2 females, Sonia and Elena. And then you have Bush had those 3 up. So 3, you have Bush's 3 versus Trump's 3. That's 6. The 2 from President Obama, and you have President Biden, who nominated Ms. Brown. An interesting bunch of folks, huh? From all different time spectrums. You have the first 3 who were nominated by Bush. They're so old school. You have the 2 by President Obama, which would probably give a balance to things, which was the purpose of the government, of the White House at that time, to create a balance. Then you get Trump in. Former President Trump nominated these 3. Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney. 3 Republicans. So you have 6 Republicans versus 3 Democrats. Now, how would that work? You find something that I guess there would be more of a liberal issue, such as voting. I see them coming together for voting. I don't see them really coming as far as in unison together for immigration. And affirmative action, it depends. Because you do have Judge Roberts sitting up there. Justice Roberts. Which also he is the Chief Justice, Judge Roberts. So he's probably the president who votes in case of a tie. So that gives you more of an equal rating. There you got 4 and 4. Now I don't really know too much, but people were wanting and hoping Justice Thomas to kind of sway in the way when it came to abortion and everything, because he was black or something. I don't know why, but as I read up on him, he's kind of got some different kind of views. I'll do my homework and get back at you on that. I'm not to spend too much time on that, but it affects the Supreme Court rules on very important matters that seem to not make it in court, or when people appeal to a court higher than them, which is federal courts, and then above them is the Supreme Court. And they always only really discuss like important life changing facts or things that are going on in this world. So, I mean, I guess you pray for them. You pray for them that they may wake up in a sound mind and not make a rash decision based on something emotional and based on facts. And also supporting the facts that everyone is created equal. And that goes for voting, that goes for marriage, that goes for everything. You know, the person's sex or orientation should not matter. People should have the right to do with whatever they choose. You know, now if they have different morals in place, some feel that, you know, men should only marry women. That has nothing to do with how society does things. That's your view. You know, and if we were all basically teach our children that regardless of what you view, that doesn't have to be the same thing that someone else views. You can agree to have a difference in opinion about how you choose to live your lives. It's only right. If they want to do this and do this, that's on them and their body and what happens to them when their time ends. That up to you, you know. Anyway, so things just to throw out there, you know, and this, where has time taken us? You know, where are we now in life? And as I review things and I look at things and I think about, well, damn, I'm old, right? I'm kind of getting up there. You know, I mean, I ordered the complete 6 seasons of Mama's Family, which is something that took place so long ago, you know, and it's like, I watched that every night before I went to sleep. Came on at 10:30. All in the Family at 10. Mama's Family at 10:30. After Mama's Family, my ass had to be in that bed. Sleeping or playing like I was sleeping. We got one of those, you know. But family. Has technology taken over our lives to where we're so busy and so entrapped in our devices and everything that we forget the simple things? You tell me. You know, I mean, we've separated ourselves so much from family and become so engrossed in our small little sub-families that we forget the entire family as a whole. Because guess what? Not everyone had large families and children and grandchildren that they can always have around them. So what about that aunt that has no children, or one of those first cousins that's one of the oldest that's still living that has no offspring? We become so engrossed in our individual small families that we forget the ones that paved the way for us to be here in the first place. Take an example of my Uncle Dana. My Uncle Dana is my mother's brother, right? My mother and my aunt's brother. It's the oldest. One of the oldest ones that's living in my family. And he had no children. So when he gets to the age of infirm, they put all of the responsibilities on, of course, my mom and her sister, which are his siblings, but things become difficult. So what about when my mother and my aunt become of age and can't exactly do that for my uncle? Does the whole family pitch in and try to do small things just to help? You know, we have these communities like where I'm from where there's one street where, you know, majority of the brothers and sisters may live, or a small little, you know, circle that's like one is 5 minutes here or technically 2 minutes there. And this one is a walk down the street and that one's a walk down the street and the other one's around the corner. But, you know, when those have children and children have children, they start to expand and move out into the areas. And it becomes much more difficult to manage when you can just ride down the street on the way home and stop in the first block and drop this off and then go to the next block and pull in your driveway. Things change so much. you're on your way home. You have to, have to do this. You want to eat. You want to do this, and you would want to go to your own house and take a breather before you end up going somewhere else. But you stop at home, and by the time you take your shoes off and maybe grab you something to eat, it's 7:30, 8 o'clock. Where has time gone? Where you used to be able to come from work, do a little studying, help the kids with their homework, cook dinner, and it not be 9 o'clock. So, in the essence of everything, we have to practice better time management. I see people, and riding, it's different. When you're catching public transportation and you're just going about, you see so much. You see people, and you get a taste of people really being here, versus when you have your own transportation and you're just going and going and going. You see all these cars on the interstate, but that's all you see is just bodies. But when you're walking on the street, you see smiles, you see frowns, you pick up on positive energy, negative energy, etc. But in the midst though, as I think about it, it's about time for us to take a little break. Got our selection today from Brandy, to all the best friends, right? Like, where would you be without your best friend? I have two. I had three, but I have two, and they're living their individual lives, doing their, the ups and downs and things that life throws at them, as we all are, And I wouldn't trade my two best friends for anything in this world. There's a level of love that we experience when we're together that is, I can't even put a understanding to it. It's so strong. I miss the days, we used to go to the lakefront and we used to stand out there and pass the blunt and just be. It was so peaceful. We used to relish, like, when will we be able to do this again? My twin and Jamil, those are my best friends. Who are your best friends? Reach out to your best friends today if you haven't in a while, because some talk every day to theirs, some talk every week, some talk monthly, whatever, but sometimes we let too much time pass, And I have my extended best friends, like timeless friends, like Book and Courtney, and DJ. So technically I have 5. But here we go. Be right back. We'll be right back. Okay. Okay. You're online with Rodney Guy. How you doing? Haha. To our best friends, right? Right. You know, when I think of best friends, I think of like my mother. My mother had two best friends, right? Excuse me. And these her best friends were really different, but they were like I don't like my mother's like corner. You know, she had Miss Sheila and she had T Gretch. You know, and they were different. Like Miss Sheila was like a everyday friend with my mom. You know, Miss Sheila, either her or Miss Sheila could take off and go somewhere or do something at a moment's notice. Which T Gretch was more of a planned person. You know, I don't know. You know, you have some friends that you really like thick as a certain age, and you still remain friends, but you know, you just went to do different things. And I think that's where my mother and T. Gretch went. You know, they're so different, but they come together for whatever, whenever. You know, I keep trying to push her to go see T. Gretch. You know, when you're someone's friend, you can't always expect them to want to come. You know, especially if you live in an area where they really don't want to be anymore. You know, that's what I think. You know, okay. So, as we were talking about family, you look at things. I mean, has the generation of wealth died? What do I mean? Okay, you have the times, but you know, you had an uncle, a great uncle or something. You know, generally somebody has all the money, right? Someone has all the money, and you know, they're the ones behind all of the big trips. So where everyone goes to have fun, what the kids do during the summer. You know, they put together the family programs, the Easter egg hunts, and you know, the Christmas events, things like that. You know, I mean, have we gotten away from that? Has those died? You know, I mean, we make our money and we don't think about, like I said earlier, the family in general, the family as a whole. You know, we only look at our grandchildren and that's it, and our friends or coworkers, and you know, the value of a dollar has really changed because you know those older ones they were buying nice things and they still have money left over. It's not like that anymore. I mean, you look at a scarf, you know, you look at a scarf might be $2,000 or well, I guess it's kind of scarves I'm getting, but you know, I mean, you know, scarves are so much, and you look at what do you buy? You can't buy this person a beautiful scarf. I mean, I'm not gonna buy him something that I wouldn't wear. You know, I mean, does that mean you don't love them any? You love them less because you'll spend 2,000 on a scarf for you, but $20 on a scarf for her? You know, I don't know. You know, generally your aunt and your uncle or your grandparents they had these great jobs or decent jobs and knew how to manage their money to where they always had money and everyone always had. Now we're in these days to where you got $5 until you get paid again. Which my mother used to always feed me that story, but she was stacking her chips long before I started breathing. But yeah, financial planning. You know, many banks offer those kind of classes and things to where they you can be taught better tips and ways to manage your finances so things last longer. Which all of those things start off with one word that I hate: budget. I create a budget every month, even for the company. I create a budget. Used to. You know, it's like personally, do I live by that budget? Hell no. My problem is I need to leave all the cards and take a fixed amount to wherever I'm going so I can only spend that fixed amount. But if I have a plan on buying some sweatpants and something from the store, I go into the store and I need shoes to match, or some socks, some underwear, and a can of shoe cleaner. You know, but you know, even so, when I went to Mont Blanc and I was supposed to get just a little Mont Blanc picks that was like $2.95. No, I mean, I'm used to having a special edition like the Victor Hugo that I seem to keep losing. So I ended up getting this Black Cosmos by Mont Blanc, right? So, it's matte. It's not shiny. And I said that because of see, because of how when you have something that's that regular metal, anything scratches it, and that definitely takes away from the value. So I went and I purchased a fine liner, which is the rollerball, and she gives me what? A fountain pen. What does that mean? Today I'm going to Mont Blanc. They're going to give me the pen that I paid for, especially that I purchased 2 refills for it. Okay, so that, and then, Lord, I don't know how I got talking about the ink pen, but okay, I'm rambling. We talked about today. We talked about what's going on. In the essence of where is family, we need to bridge these gaps. We have to. We have to think about, is anyone thinking about their grandparents who may have passed, how we can't lose sight of the message. Those who put the words family on our shoulders, and we were taught to hold it high. Our patriarch in my family, my Uncle Freddie, who was just my uncle, but he seemed like to be a timeless man of importance, even in his elder years. A man that I so greatly respect. I thought about my father, but my father didn't have shit on my Uncle Freddie. I can't put words together, And as I hear stories, I've heard stories far beyond his passing, of things that they did when they were younger, and it reminded me of what happened to those things. They talk about how Uncle Freddie used to have the whole family going, the kids going on vacation to the pools and to the wave parks and things like that. Fun things. These keep everyone together and understanding the essence of family. That gives them the ability to grow up with cousins their age and to have more of a close-knit relationship with everyone. I don't know nothing. What do I know? But as I try to give back, I can't just say it. I can't just talk the game. I have to participate in the game. I have to be active in it. So it's not about just doing things for others. Just like I got this, carpet cleaner, and, I think about the floor that I'm on, and I look at the carpet, and I'm like, oh, that looks dingy. You come to visit me, and you see all of this, and like, where do you live? For whatever reasons, I do live in New York. So I call myself, good support and exercise for my body, vacuuming the hall, or shampooing the hall with the machine, and it's a noticeable difference. Got a lot more to do, but I end up getting this Bissell. The thing weighs a ton. Can't fight that. And I had to do some research. Again, it looks like the Hoover Power Scrub. Trying to figure out if it's the XL, the Elite, or the Deluxe, which is the best one. But that Hoover, and we've gotten away from the traditional things like vacuum cleaners. We're so hung up on Dysons and how they do this and how they do this, and we get away from the fact that that Hoover that you had, or your grandmother had, or your parents had, did that break? No, you may have needed a new little rubber thing to go around something, and that was it. Those things still worked and sucked and picked up everything. Even when you picked up the vacuum and you put it on his back, and you saw that little that thread around that roll, we've gotten away from that. So I said, let me give Hoover. I looked at some reviews on YouTube, and I said, the Hoover really sucks. People are just into the Bissell name. Bissell is a top leader. But not only is that thing heavy, the Bissell, it makes all the noise in the world. I mean, I understand it's doing something, but does it have to let the whole entire floor know it's in operation? So the Hoover works. I'm definitely going to see about returning that Bissell today and getting a Hoover. The song was, you be like, Hoover, nobody does it like you, right? We're going to see. Yeah. But today is Monday. I hope your weeks productive. I hope you experience happiness and love and all of the divine and right things you so deserve according to the works you've earned, you know? And I always say, you know, good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. That's just, I guess, the way life is. Is life fair? I always say it's not fair. My mom used to be like, I know. I'm like, well, shit, could we do something about it? Fuck. But, oh, and my mother sent me, she had been telling me to look out in the mail for something, you know, it's really special. I'm like, what is it, a check? You know, or something. And it's like, she sent me, let me get it, share this with you. One moment before it gets up. Oh, let's see. I've got it. So, you know, in is this large envelope when I check the mail, and I open it, and I'm like, I hit see the box, and I'm like, okay, this is the box, right? Zero in, my eyes, thing adjusting to the light. I don't know. Oh well, it's like an ivory colored box or whatever. And I open the box and I look at the bracelet. I'm like, okay. Look at it, and I'm like, it says love my son. So I look in the back, and it has this little, you know, card on it, and it says, to my son, someday when the pages of life end, I know that you will be one of the most beautiful chapters. Always keep me in your heart, for you're always in mine. Nothing and nobody, not even time, will ever change that. So I get a little emotional, especially reading things like that from my mother. And it is the hardest thing to do, to even fathom, you know. And I guess the old me would never open this in a sense. But I love my mother. Just as everyone loves their parent, you know. And I'm so grateful for it. And to me, it's worth more than any kind of jewelry I have, you know. So, gotta love New York, right? But I miss my mother, and she's right there at home. But sometimes you feel like, even though they're right at home, I can be close and still feel like I'm millions of miles away. So I'm thankful, and I will have to call her and tell her that I received this. Oh, shucks, let me call her now. It's 10:30 her time, so she's probably in Marrero, and she's not answering.
Please leave your message for 504-209-5850.
Uh-oh. What? Hello? 1 second. I'm sorry. Hello, mother.
Yeah,
Hi, mom. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. I was calling to tell you that I did receive what you sent,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted
Does
to
it
say,
fit?
uh, I didn't want to put it on, but I wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome.
I really I appreciate it really deeply, and yeah, I really want to say thank you.
I just hope it fits.
Huh?
But you ain't got no big risk.
No, no, it's not too big.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah,
Good. I'm glad you like it.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Did
feeling
you
up?
get any of that rain?
It has been doing a little something.
Mm-hmm.
It started drizzling a little bit, but the
But not too bad, huh?
not too bad. The temperature though, it's like 50 degrees outside. So
What? Well, it's cool here, so I can imagine that it's cool up there.
yeah, the wind is it's letting you know we are approaching winter. Get ready.
Get ready, it's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about it. What you in Marrero?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right.
I know you cooked yesterday,
Sure didn't.
and you ate by your friend.
Uh-huh. But I did say
Hey,
that
what
I was gonna what I said I was gonna do? I've been saying I was gonna order these groceries. I don't know what or why. I just keep not doing it.
Oh, you
It
don't feel like doing
it's not that. It's that when I go to do it, it tells me this and it tells me this, and I'm like, okay, well let me try to fix that and figure that out. And then it's just like 1,000 things that I have to do in order to get that, and I'm like, you know what? I quit.
it? Yeah. How come I fixed my lasagna yesterday and burnt it up?
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I sleep sitting on the sofa because the sciences was acting so bad. Lord have mercy, they was acting bad. And I took one Benadryl. I said, shit, that ain't doing it. I took another one.
and he was out like a light.
And sat on and sitting up here, sitting up.
Mm-hmm.
That Benadryl knocked me out. I said, but it's been so bad. My sinus has been draining so bad. Like running water. I said, oh, I'm so sick of this. It dried it up all right. It put me out.
Dried it up and dried you out.
Nah, I said, oh, Lord. But I'm going to eat it. I'm going to scrape the top off it and eat it.
Oh, wow.
I said, Lord, I ain't never burnt my lasagna up. But that's okay. I'm going to eat it anyway. If I got to put ketchup on it, I'm going to eat it.
Ugh.
But anyway, it wasn't too bad. I wouldn't give none to nobody, but it ain't too bad.
Oh, okay.
I was just mad.
I know you was. Go through all that and then it burned.
Nah. And I already was mad because I forgot to get all of the cheeses that I wanted to get, so I ended up just putting commodity cheese in it, which it didn't have a bad taste. But I like to put all kind of stuff in there.
Right.
Make the cheese be dripping.
How you forget?
Because I was running my head with a guy in the store talking about the rules, and I just forgot.
Oh, okay. I guess that happened. I got her text.
You heard?
Huh?
You see?
What she say?
You heard? You got your email, she say?
Yeah, I got the text. She was talking about the Wi-Fi extender.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back with her on that. I'm going actually I'm going to Best Buy shortly, and I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do some research and see, and I'm gonna I'll find out something before the day is over.
Okay. So you ate your cereal this morning?
No, what did I have? I had a waffle.
Oh, you had a waffle. That's good.
Yeah.
Different for you.
Yeah, right.
I buy them every now and then.
No, this was a waffle made in a waffle iron.
Oh, you made you one.
Yeah, it was made for me, should I say.
Oh, boy.
Right.
I know.
Okay. Well.
So that was good.
It sure was.
Uh-huh. So you ain't got no appointments today, huh?
I have no what?
No appointments.
Mm-hmm. I got one, I think, at
Oh, you
4
want to
o'clock for therapy.
a therapist?
Yeah.
That's late. 4 o'clock.
Hey,
Okay.
that's the time they gave me.
How is it feeling? How is it feeling?
It's like the day before, like when the weather like drops, I feel it. It's like a little throb that comes in and then it leaves. I'm like, dang. How does it really do that? Like literally and I'm like, okay, the temperature dropped. It just so happens to pain me when it goes like a significant temperature decrease. So I don't really see any drainage, which is a good thing. I have to change the Band-Aid to look. I'm just hoping that this and the antibiotics that I have to take 4 a day. So let's hope that kills anything. But which goes to say, when I did say that, look at this thing, if they could have prescribed this antibiotic then, maybe I wouldn't be having this going on right now if they would have listened instead of being like, oh, no, it's not infected or anything. Yeah. But okay. And I tell you, they gave me some pain pills. So I take them only as needed so I don't have to be like, ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But okay. I'll be hollering at you throughout the week.
Okay.
All right. And I'll find it out for TD later. So I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Bye, TD. Toodles. Okay. So you've heard, that's mother. Tell her about the bracelet. You saw my little breakdown. I'm just, well. Anyway, that's all I have for today. As we wrap things up, and I'll holler at you throughout the week and see how you're doing. How much progress have you made? I'm Rodney Guy. You've been online with Rodney Guy. Tell your people I say what's up.
That's why your mama